Hey, what's up, guys? This is a very long time coming, but this is about 2 months of training, and I did take the long layoff after I sold my stuff, and of course, the gym will still close. But, anyways, it's been really rough coming back. I'm just gonna be honest here, and my motivation is down because of the fact that all the competitions have been closed, and I did switch gyms because my incompetent gym, 24 Hour Fitness, wasn't going to be open in time. But I did end up going to this gym because it is 24 hours a day. And the initial days of squats, particularly bad because I had incredible DOMs. But I've been kind of putzing around with doing squat in the range of 225 to 285. And of course, the long layoff from bench and deadlift really affected my strength, and I'm still recovering to this day. Normally, I'm able to deadlift 495 without a problem, but I was able to go back to 405 deadlifts within a week, about a week or two, and now I'm doing in the range of 435 pounds, which again isn't great, but progressing very, very slowly. I'm just gonna work on this as a possible 6 month progression and see how it goes. And I am able to work up to the bench for around 205 pounds for a single. I may be able to do a double now, but again, the way back to strength is just been horrendous. So I did have a lot of trouble initially actually just clipping my belt on. I did go up to approximately 163 pounds, and just through diet, I came back to my normal 150 pounds. So normally I'm around 149, 150 pounds just walking around. It was because I was consuming way too much dairy. So naturally, I go to Costco, and sometimes I'm tempted just to get like an ice cream pack or whatever, or maybe some kind of yogurt or some kind of cheese, something like that. So I think when I do consume dairy, it really packs on the weight. So I'm really trying to avoid the dairy, and it helps tremendously. My weight is back to normal, and I was consuming a Kirkland brand lemonade, just with meals, just to make it a little tastier. So cut that out. Cut out all the dairy, no cheese, no yogurt, no ice cream, and the weight just came right off. So I was pretty happy about that. So now I know as long as I eat reasonably, I can stay within the 150-pound range. I, of course, have the fruits. I usually get some kind of orange or tangerine or clementine, something like that. Sometimes kiwis, and then, of course, I have the vegetable. I've been cycling on and off. For example, mixed vegetables, peas, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, carrots, things like that. So it is helping maintaining fruit heavy and vegetable heavy diet. And let's see what happens. Again, I don't plan on doing any type of competitions for the remainder of 2020. I have no idea if in 2021 it'll require some kind of QT, but let's see what happens. Again, I'm not in any particular rush to get back on the platform just because just my body isn't getting used to the heavy sets. And naturally, if I'm struggling to do, well, I have done 275 5 by 5 recently. So I was pretty happy about that. But if my baseline is doing 315 to 335 for a 5 by 5, then I'm really far away from the baseline. And it is a little annoying to go to the gym because I still have to worry about the illness going around. And I do train very late, so I try to get there around midnight, but it's a little annoying because people kind of straggle along around midnight. And again, I can't do anything about it, but once the gym gets to around 3 a.m., really don't have an issue. And here I'm just putting the wraps on for just to see, and doing 3 plates, and again, they're parallel at best, actually pretty high actually. But I haven't gotten the wrap since this day. Again, I just find it kind of fruitless because I have to get my raw strength back up, and I am happy with the bench here because, or sorry, the physical bench, because I am able to go back to my normal grip width. You guys know that between the rings it's about 81 centimeters, and I'm able to do my normal grip because at the other gym, 24 Hour Fitness, I was only able to unrack from a close grip stance, so wasn't happy about that. And I actually have not gone back to the raw grip, the pronated supinated grip on the deadlift. I'm just doing the straps as of now. Hope eventually I'll get back to the point where I do go back to the raw grip, the supinated pronated grip, but you know, who knows how long is that going to take. I just want to be really comfortable with going for some reps, at least with 495 with a double overhand. Just do it for at least 8 to 10 reps. But I still am a very long way from it, and I'm trying to progress at least 5 pounds a week. But I don't know if you guys know this, but back on July 10th, which was about a month ago, I actually decided to retire from work. So again, there's no need for me to ever work for money again. So I was pretty happy about that, but it's been kind of brewing in my mind for about 6 months. But you know, I'm at a point where I can really control my expenses, obviously. And again, it's not devoid of going out to eat. I like going out to restaurants, going to dates, going out with my friends, whatever. So I'm not excluding that part, but I'm maintaining my, small residence. And again, it's not too expensive to live here if you are living reasonably. You know, if you drive a paid-off car, if you live in a, reasonably inexpensive place, and of course you go to Costco and do your shopping there. So it really is not too expensive. I do have to pay health insurance out of pocket now. So I didn't want to switch my dentist, so I stuck with some dental insurance as well. So paying about $380 a month for both unsubsidized medical care and dental care. So something out of pocket, but something I'll gladly pay outside of working. So I did leave my job amicably. Again, they're very nice people. I have nothing bad to say about them, but again, it was just time for me to retire. So because I had the chance to, and my automated income is way more than sufficient for me to live, and of course still invest at the same time. So I was happy about that, and I was planning on trying to retire at age 40, but I managed to retire at age 35, and you guys can look at that in my book, Austerity Millionaire. But here, I believe I dropped some stuff off at my friend Jeff's house, and yeah, so just doing some bench here. So he does live quite far away from me, relatively about 30 minutes. So I was actually training there while the illness hit initially, but now I'm training at local gym. It is open 24 hours, so it is very convenient. With the exception of I'm just a little annoyed at times because I do have to deal with people in there, and it is kind of bizarre. So I do try to train late on purpose, like I said before. But sometimes a really old guy goes there, like he has to be at least 50 to 60, and I don't know why the hell he's training at 1, 2 a.m. But whatever. But I don't know, if I was that age, then I'd probably chill out and just go to sleep. Maybe he's trying to avoid his wife. I have no clue, but he's just there, and it's just annoying that I have to keep my space. And you see here from this point forward, I'm wearing the mask at the gym. It is a bit annoying. It's really hard for me to breathe. So when I do a set of squats, I almost have the tendency to faint because I'm not breathing in fresh air when I'm doing each rep. It's kind of recirculating inside the mask, and it's just not feeling that great, but it is mandated by the gym. So I have to manage and put it on, and the only reason I have to do, I mean, it's kind of unreasonable from the standpoint that I do have to wear it even if no one's at the gym, and that's often the case where I'm not even. I mean, I'm the only person in the gym, but the gym owner still mandates for me to put it on. So I do have to take breathers after sets of squats, and I do have the sensation of fainting after I do a set of squats. So it is kind of tough. But again, I don't want to be at the standpoint where I don't have a 24-hour gym to go to because it will be severely inconvenient for me. I actually do still have 90 days left on the membership at 24 Hour Fitness, but I'm not going to activate that until possibly September 29th, right before the deal expires. I do like the fact that 24 Hour Fitness, the ceilings are very high, and there's a very high grade legal equipment. So I probably am going to utilize that again because it comes at no cost to me. So 90 days with no expense. So I probably will be utilizing that. But the thing with 24-hour fitness is it only allows you to train 1.5 hours at a time. So basically I can get a squat in, maybe a quick squat and a quick bench in, or just a inclusive deadlift session, and that's it. But I'm relatively happy with how the bench is progressing. I am getting back to the normal 185 for some reps, but again, I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of tough just because I'm so out of condition. And the last week of work which was back in July, I really took a break from the gym because I had to do so much stuff to get caught up and fill out a bunch of spreadsheets and have status updates on all my work because my coworkers would be taking my work. So I did take some time off from there, and that also held back my progress. But I think the main point here is I just have to be really consistent from this standpoint, and if I don't get back to the point where I'm repping 315 raw squat no problem, then it is going to be an issue. I do feel that competing on the platform for me isn't as important to me anymore. I do have a lot bigger goals, financially at least, so I think I'm going to spend, or I have been spending energy on that, but hopefully my conditioning gets back to the point where I am able to do singles with 495 for deadlift and reps for 315 for squat, and able to do reps with bench, get back to doing regular singles with 25, but I just don't know how long that's going to take. And I suspect now it's August, so let's see, August, September, October, November, December. So hopefully by January, February, I'm back to my my old status of conditioning, but have to see what happens. And again, I don't have any high expectations, but hopefully for 2021 Nationals, they won't require a qualifying total. So I'll be able to compete there without forcing myself to compete before May of next year. But again, I think this transition period is going to take up to January, February of next year, and I'm really going to try to focus. I mean, these days I am doing a daily vlog, as you see, on the stimulus package and the economy, and I want to keep up this routine. I think it just gives me something to do immediately in the morning, so I do that. And then I am studying some Japanese, both reading, writing, and comprehension and speaking. So I am occupying my time with trying to learn this new language. So really trying to maintain the YouTube to an extent, and I'll have this periodic training videos, but again, there's nothing noteworthy for the time being because my conditioning is so out of whack. But again, I'm pretty hopeful that possibly by January, February, I'll be back up to speed, and then I'll be ready in time for Nationals. I don't want to stop competing, but if something happens at the point where I can't get back to my old condition, especially within 6 months' time, it's just going to be an indicator that maybe it's time to hang it up. But hopefully that doesn't happen, and we'll have to see what happens by January, February. But I can't count on a true back to conditioning if I'm not giving an earnest effort. I mean, the standpoint or the point where I'm speaking now is I actually did not train for 3 days, and again, that's unacceptable. But whatever things happen, going out with friends, I feel kind of tired after driving X amount, and then I kind of fall asleep, and it's almost too late to go to the gym. But again, just trying to be more consistent, and I feel I am being more consistent just lately. But I think this past week, and especially the week leading up to me retiring, the training has just been off, but very, 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 very slowly getting back into condition. And having a organized progression, especially with the volume intensity, it is helping me get back to condition. So here's actually a clip from the 24-hour fitness. So I did utilize it a few times in these past 2 months, and it is a little bizarre. You have these young kids, they're not wearing masks. Presumably they're living with their parents, and I'm assuming they're elderly, but I don't know why they're not being considerate enough not to wear a mask, because they are in an exposed area where the mask would offer some protection. Keep in mind that the mask is not really for yourself, but it's for you not transmitting to other people. So it will only work well if everyone does wear a mask in a public facility. So very, very slowly, just getting 275 in for some reps. Again, it's not really something that I should be satisfied with. Things, this kind of rep scheme is something I was doing 10 years ago, so it's pretty unacceptable. But just a very, very slow progression. And I think this time off really, it really put me back, and it's up to the point of concern. So here's 435. Not doing too much conventional deadlifting these days. I just want to get back up to speed with the sumo deadlifts. And the 205 singles for bench, they are feeling more comfortable, so I'm thankful for that. But the squat is definitely far behind. I shouldn't be struggling with 285, 275. Because normally I can do 275 for minimum 10, 12 reps without an issue. It does kind of win me, but 285 really shouldn't be an issue. But anyways, thanks guys for listening to my endless rambling. I will release these videos periodically. I'm not going to do them on a weekly basis. It's just too much. And guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.